הנה מה טוב. הנה מה טוב בניים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב בניים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים.
Shabbat Shalom. Please come on in and make yourselves very comfortable for this amazing and beautiful festival Shabbat Sukkot service. We're going to begin on page 22 with the song Tov Lehodot. So please join us as you are taking your seats.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
First off, it is really good to see all of you. I had a lot of you come up and say, you said come once a month. Here I am. So thank you for listening to the rabbi. It happens way more often here than it does in my home. It is quite a Friday night to be here, of where we sit in Jewish time. One of the things about Jewish time is that it's like this metronome, and you just keep hitting these time bits again and every Friday night and on Saturday mornings. And I was right here on this bima on the morning of October 7th, 2023, right before the bar mitzvah started, and I came in and I saw Cantor Addie, and she had tears in her eyes. And I was just trying to understand what happened. And there's something about Cantor Addie, there's something quite prophetic about her. And she said, it's going to be really bad. I'm really worried about what's coming in the next few weeks and the next few months, and it's going to be a lot of loss. And I couldn't have imagined in that moment what that actually meant. And now we sit on this Shabbat where the whole world is just hoping and praying that on Monday the hostages come home, that there's no more war in Gaza. And we just continued to mark time, and we look at where we were and everything that's changed week in and week out over these last 2 years. And tonight is a night where we kind of hit that metronome again, and we're here to celebrate Shabbat. And it's a time, once again, where we look back. We're going to look back at Svetlana, who has dedicated her entire life here. You know, from that morning of October 7th and making sure everything was running, all the way to this minute today, and all the way back in time. And then we're also going to use the time to mark the time about what's coming in the future, with not one wedding blessing, but 2 wedding blessings. Because it's where we celebrate and we look into the future. You know, when things are hopeful, like this hour is, and also when times are dark. And so deeply appreciative you're here to be on that metronome with us.
The metronome spans a lot of time, but it also reflects the microcosm of our individual lives. And so when we think about Sukkot, you walk through our Sukkah, it is Shabbat, it's Sukkot, it's Zman Simchatenu, which means it's supposed to be a time also of great hope, of healing, and of simcha, of sweetness. And so even at the times when it has been the most challenging for our people or for us as a person, Judaism tells us we have to find some joy. And it could be Shabbat, it could be weddings, but I want to ask you to turn to somebody right now for a moment and just tell them, what is it in this moment as you look forward, not backwards, but forward, that brings you joy?
Can I give a hyper commentary on that one?
Yeah, hyper commentary.
Hyper commentary. What if it's someone you don't yet know?
I think even more so.
Even
Tell them,
more so.
even more so. But first tell them who you are.
Introduce yourself, and then you get a Rabbi Mintz point. You get one from Rabbi Bauer for showing up, Rabbi Mintz point for someone new.
What is it?
What are you looking forward to, the things you enjoy?
Yeah.
Did you own the place before that? My sites went far away to the summer, like back.
And so if those 2 simchas are not enough, or 3 simchas, we're going to add 2 more. This weekend in our community, we have 2 kids that will be becoming adults. To have 2 new leaders in our community to try to lead the world closer and closer to where it's peaceful and we're the place we dream of. So I'd like to invite up the Ullman family and the Goldenberg family to help us light the Shabbat candles.
Share
Shabbat Shalom. I think if we have this much simcha in our community starting off 5786, it could possibly be a better year, a Moedim L'Simcha year. So we have two couples to invite up onto the bima for their wedding blessing right now. We said if your name is Dave and you're getting married, come up here. So David and Rena and Dave and Melissa, please join us on the bima for some sweetness and blessing. It turns out it's a very popular wedding weekend because our membership director is also getting married next Shabbat.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of simcha.
So I want to first offer you two a blessing. Now, most of these blessings that we give, they're very forward-looking. It's like, okay, you're here, here's what you're going to build, here's what's coming next. But I actually want to look backwards for a moment. I want to talk about where you came from, where I came from. Dave and I grew up in Hebrew school together. And not only in the same synagogue, not in the same Hebrew school, but my mom and his father were both presidents of Beth Am at the same time. There's not a lot of president's kids. We were the president's kids at the synagogue. And when you grow up with that, when you see the world like that, you come from a family, Dave, that has poured itself into something much bigger than just your family. It was about creating community and doing it through service. And so it seems deeply fitting that when you're looking for that beshert, that you then find Melissa, a person who then took her entire life turning endurance, swam the English Channel, setting records in icy waters, and where you learned in the process that real strength, it comes from that perseverance. And it's a lesson that you carried into every part of your public life, where you have also poured your whole life and your being into community, just like the world that you grew up in, Dave. And you became the youngest ever mayor of Sausalito. And those same values that you both were raised with, of tikkun olam, of repairing the world, and shared responsibility. And while each of you, you've walked these individual paths, or maybe swam individual channels, your next step is no longer solo. It's actually to be done in unison, to build something much bigger than either one of you individually. And so my blessing for you is that you lead this life hand in hand, arm in arm, a life filled with purpose as you build something much bigger than just you two.
I am going to follow that with, because I'm a woman of few words, just to say that it is an incredible honor for me to be able to stand under the chuppah with the two of you next Saturday night, which is going to be, there's going to be so much love echoing around on Motzei Shabbat in our community because of the sweetness of your love. And it has been such an honor to call myself your rabbi and your friend and to actually swim the English Channel with you. I didn't do that, but we have swum a lot together, and we have traveled a lot together. And it feels to me like such a flourishing of your love and such a great honor, the two of you feeling grounded in our community, but also with your tree trunk growing together, reaching up into the sky with your branches. And may you live a life of wholeness, integrity, love, beauty, and shalom, peace. And we give you the mezuzah. You guys get the same one, which is made directly from replica of our ark. And with this many rabbis and cantors, one of us will come over and hang it.
So if it was strange enough to go backwards in time, why don't I do another strange one, which is beginning a wedding blessing talking to one person, to Rabbi Rena, which you probably shouldn't do, but it's what I'm going to do. Rabbi Rena Singer, you have chosen a life of service to the Jewish people, from caring and nurturing to the very youngest in our community, to playing and talking and teaching the preschoolers, engaging with kids in YFE, opening the minds of our teens to nuance and the ultimate questions that Judaism's asking of us, guiding people in their 20s to those who are struggling with every single day issues in the middle of their lives, walking with people as they walk through the valley and through their nightmares, which you've all imagined, and you walk next to them until they get back to light. And others, you walk with them to their final resting place. And when you're doing this, you carry an entire community on your shoulders. You carry an entire people in your heart. And then you walk out those two doors onto Lake Street and into the door of your home, where at times you're going to be carrying all of that within the walls of your home. And it's a place which you will be cared for, and at other times you will be taken care of. And at the center of all of that is you, Dave. A relationship where stability, strength, love, and laughter is found. And that nurturing relationship which you two have. David, you are a blessing. You picked up your life in Chicago and drove across the country and just landed in San Francisco and said, I guess I'll figure this whole thing out. And you're slowly figuring it out. And together, you have a deep commitment and a very deep connection. You do have regular laughter and lightness no matter where the world is, because it can be a little dark out there sometimes. Not today, but sometimes. David, I want to thank you, because as a spouse of a rabbi, there are times that you are going to share Rena with us, because Rabbi Rena will be serving her community, will be serving your community, and our people. And my hope and my blessing for the two of you is that as you head off into this new chapter of your life and you begin this incredibly sacred journey together, is that you fill each other up. You care for each other. You always, always, always put your relationship above everything else. You put your family above everything else, because when you care for each other, when you care for your family, it's actually a way of caring for our community and caring for us. That should be your top priority as you set off on this journey, as you take the mezuzah that the other rabbi is going to give you and you start building that home. We are deeply, deeply blessed that you are sharing your life with us and walking on this journey with us. Mazel tov.
I want to add my words to Rabbi Bauer's, just saying it is a delight to be around the two of you. And you might have grown up with Dave, but Dave and I grew up, we came from the same suburb of Chicago, Highland Park, so we almost grew up together, separated by 40 years. But being around the two of you is such a joy for all of us. And I met you when your family was checking out San Francisco, and you came here, and we are so blessed by you and by you being a part of our community, and hopefully you feel being enveloped by our love and our support all the years of your lives together. So we give you the same mezuzah. You are like all the couples that are going to be planting their roots and spreading their wings, and we love you so much and can't wait to celebrate with you. And so I want to tell you that it's very sweet, and I want you to walk over here, because when we all say the words Mazel Tov, some people have some sweet things that they might be showering you with. So can I get a 1, 2, 3, Mazel Tov! Woo! Mazel Tov! Mazel Tov!
בכבוד, אסוך סוף מעשה זמר בתחילה הדודי
We remain standing and we turn now for the Baruch Hu on page 28.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed
Celebrating the life cycle by transitioning just a little bit to Svetlana, who we'll be talking about in a few moments. But she had very few requests about this service, but she really wanted to make sure that we focused on highlighting the generations of our community. So if you are a young person or young at heart, I'm going to invite you, all the kiddos in our religious school program, to come on up. And we're going to ask that you help lead us in singing a song about love that goes right into our Shema. We're going to be on page 32. So all of the young kids, especially the ones that just threw candy, come on up, come join us right up here. Or right here. In front of the pumpkins. There's so many pumpkins. thank you guys for sharing your love and your joy and dancing with all of us. We're going to continue on page 34 with the Shema.
Shema Yisrael. Adonai. Kevod malchuto leolam vaed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
So with all the talk of joy, simcha, happiness, I think we've cultivated and generated enough that we can start to spread it back out into the world and place it on those who are in need of healing. We turn to page 253 in our prayer books for Mishaberach Lacholim. This Shabbat, our congregation is thinking of the following individuals for refuah, for healing. Chaya Bluma, Sam Nossiter, Robert Osheroff, Lori Jarecki, Rachel Bat Avraham, Miriam Bat Eliezer V'Miriam, Joseph Gerlach, Adam Goodkind, Mary Herzog, Mort Revo, Jewel Klein, Bob Clear, Noel Lieberman, Naftali Leandris, Miriam Bat Leah Moshe, Yehoshua ben Naomi David, Jeffrey Brown, Rebecca Goldfather, Dick Otter, Reed Campbell, Chris Redburn, Donna Albin, Rabbi Don Gore, and Cantor Evan Kent. If you're thinking of anyone else on your heart, on your mind, that could use a little bit of refuah, a little bit of that joyful blessing that we've cultivated, I want you to say their name out loud as my hand passes over you.
מי שברך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו, may the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
We now turn to our Amidah, our standing prayer, for time for communal prayer and prayers of our own heart, which also include the festival inclusions for Sukkot. So please turn to page 46 and join us as we open our Amidah together. Please take a few minutes to read from the prayer book, the prayers of your own heart. And when you're finished with your silent prayer, please feel free to be seated.
Adonai שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 60. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim נשים לעולם.
So when we were looking for a Shabbat to celebrate Svetlana and her 25 plus years with our community, the answer was very clear to us immediately. It was Sukkot. The holiday of Sukkot is all about the value of hachnasat orchim, of welcoming in guests, of getting people to come together, to sit together, and to eat together. And at Emanu-El, for the last 25 years, our answer to any of those questions has been one person. Svetlana has touched every single life cycle moment that has passed through our community's doors in the last 25 plus years. Think about that for a moment. Raise your hand if you have had a life cycle personally in this room. Svetlana, stand up so you can see this. Come on, stand up. Everyone, raise your hand if you have had a life cycle. And raise your hand if you have attended a life cycle. And that is just a fraction of the impact that you have had on all of our lives. Simply put, none of that would have been possible without you. So it is our honor to be able to give all of the kavod, the honor to that tonight. To start off, I'm going to invite up two of your closest coworkers, Nika Greenberg and Fabian, to come on and join us on our bima.
Shabbat Shalom. This evening, I have the honor and the bittersweet privilege of celebrating and thanking someone who has truly been a guiding light, a steady presence, and a source of heartfelt ruach in our community. Today, we honor our beloved Director of Events, Svetlana, as she steps into retirement after so many devoted years with us here at Emanu-El. On behalf of our entire community, and I know I speak for so many of you sitting here today, I want to express our deepest gratitude to Svetlana for being by our side for some of the most meaningful, sacred, and emotional moments of our lives. Whether it was a joyful simcha, a milestone celebration, or even a time of grief, Svetlana treated every single event as if it were for her own family. That is not an exaggeration. It's something we all have felt. She carries each simcha in her heart, just as she carries each moment of sorrow. Her devotion isn't just professional, it is deeply personal. Svetlana doesn't just organize events, she infuses them with spirit, with warmth, with intention. And her ability to bring people together, to elevate a moment from ordinary to extraordinary, to make each of us feel seen and held, that is a rare gift. Since I stepped into the operations role, I've had the privilege of witnessing this work up close. I've seen the long nights, the endless emails, the thoughtful touches, the moments where no detail was too small and no request too big. She always shows up, not just in body, but with her whole heart. So yes, this is bittersweet, because while we honor her today, we are not truly saying goodbye. She is forever a part of this Emanu-El community. Svetlana, we are so grateful to you. We honor you, we love you, and we wish you every joy and blessing in this next chapter. Thank you for everything.
And to help bless Svetlana, so you're going to stay up here. She's worked with so many rabbis over the years that many of them have come back because they've appreciated your work and what you've contributed to our community. So I'm going to invite up all of the rabbis and cantors who are with us tonight to honor Svetlana. Rabbi Steve Pierce, our emeritus rabbi, Cantor Roz Barrick, our emeritus cantor, and rabbis Beth and Jonathan Singer. And Rabbi Rena Singer, you're here too. You can come up if you want to. And I'm also going to invite up your work family, the facilities team, to come and wrap you in a talis. There's a special blessing that we give at these life cycle moments that we are going to be giving to you tonight, all of the generations of our clergy. And we're going to ask your family at work, the facilities team, to come on up and wrap you in this talis so you can receive all of our words of blessing, just as you have enabled the rest of us to do for 25 years. I know. Here, come on over here. Here to Ross.
I'm sorry, we also need Luis. Yeah. Luis, we need you up here.
Present employees to come up.
Can we also have all past and present employees? I also know we have Gary Cohn here as well. Gary, come on up, please.
I was going to say, and David and Ariana and Tori and Alexa, it's a family endeavor tonight.
Okay, everybody get on the beam. Come on. The whole congregation, we love you, Svetlana.
Future employees, please no.
May the Most Holy One bless you and keep you always.
May God's countenance shine unto you and be gracious unto you. Mazel tov.
May the source of all blessing shine upon you and through you.
And may God's punim be there, reflecting the light, the gorgeousness, the kavanah, and the love that you have shown this community right back to you.
Amen. 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 Amen.
One of the most sacred parts of serving here is it's an amazing staff family, but it's really about the community and the congregation. So Svetlana, you're not done. Here's what we need from you. I'm going to take that off of you. And Svetlana, I want you to take your family, and we're going to come right to the middle of the aisle here. And everyone has on their handouts here, if you'll put that in one hand, and if you'll stand up, please. And once Svetlana comes in the middle, so Robert, everyone come and join me over here. Bring the family with you. Once we come out to the middle, then in a minute I'm going to have you all come and squish all the way in. And we're going to place our hands on Svetlana, and I will be reading the line in the red, and if you could read the blessing in the black. So I'm not joking. Come all the way in. Trust me, you'll get your seat back. We have ticket holders here, okay? And let's make it's like a big challah chain, but it's a big Svetlana chain. So place your hands on the person next to you. Take a big breath in, because this, Svetlana, this is the community that you have been filling with and caring for with every single detail. I remember when I first got here, I was at my first High Holy Day planning meeting, which is in February, and Rabbi Pira said, but the refrigerator, and you cut him off and you said, there's going to be sparkling water in the refrigerator for Rosh Hashanah. And it was down to that details, and that is the love where it comes from. In Judaism, love is not a feeling, it's an action. And that is what you've been doing with every single detail to everyone surrounding you here since then. So if everyone will please join me in the blessing. May the Divine One bless you and protect you.
May the Divine One bless you and protect you.
Please join me. This is where your life has arrived. After many years of loving service, may you look back with fulfillment and gratitude on all your great and quiet achievements. May God grace you with the warmth of a smile. You stand on the shore of new invitation to open your life to what is left undone. Let your heart enjoy a different rhythm when drawn to the wonder of other horizons. May God turn to you and shine into your eyes and enfold you in a mantle of peace.
You are blessed with a new approach to time. May you find freedom to enjoy your heart's desire, to live dreams you've waited for, to awaken the depths beyond your life's work, to draw alongside the mystery of life.
As you embark on your next chapter, we, your community, will always embrace you. Amen, amen, and
Amen,
Mazel
amen.
Tov.
Lechi lach to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha to a land you do not know. Lechi lach on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi lach.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And thank you for coming. Standing here tonight feels a little surreal. After more than 25 years at Congregation Emanu-El, it is hard to believe how quickly the time has flown. I feel like I blinked and a whole chapter of my life has become a beautiful story I will never forget. When I first walked through those doors, I thought it would be just a job. What I didn't know then, that it would become my second home and a family affair. Both of my sons, Dima and Roba, have worked here, and both of them got married here as well. My husband, Vladimir, has been my constant support through every Shabbat, every holiday program, and last-minute event. Our granddaughter, Shayna, even worked here as a teacher assistant for a time. And now, our youngest granddaughter, Hannah, is part of the Youth and Family Education Program, and she loves it. We have celebrated so many milestones within these walls, and one of the most special was my father Isaac, of blessed memory, 100th birthday. The fact that we could gather here as a family and a community to honor his life is something we will always treasure. At this point, with so many family members working, learning, marrying, and celebrating here, I think that synagogue could reserve me a parking space. Preferably one closest to the door. But you know, my dear people, in all seriousness, Emanu-El has been one of the greatest blessings in my life. I have watched children grow, families celebrate, and this community come together again and again in a time of joy and in a time of sorrow. I laughed, I cried. I've learned so much about people, about purpose, and about what it truly means to be part of something meaningful. To all of my colleagues, past and present, Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for your lifetime friendship, your humor, your wisdom, and your support. And a very special thank you is to my incredible, absolutely marvelous facilities team. You are the quiet engines behind everything that happens here, setting up, cleaning up, fixing, and somehow all this being 2 steps ahead of the rest of us. Your work doesn't always get the spotlight, but tonight I want everyone to know how much I appreciate you. Although I am retiring from my role, I'm definitely not disappearing. I will still be around, hopefully a little less stressed and a little bit more rested, and always available for coffee and hugs. You know me, I love hugs. There is a verse in the Torah that says, Vayelech Yaakov ledarko, and Jacob went on his way. I have always loved this verse. After everything he experienced, the challenges, the blessings, the family moments, Jacob did not stop. He carried it all with him and continued his journey. That is exactly how I feel tonight. I am carrying with me all the memories, love, and lessons from my years here, and taking them with me into whatever comes next. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of my journey and for letting me be part of yours. L'chaim, to the next chapter and to the beautiful future of our community.
Svetlana, the ultimate professional in every single way, with the biggest heart of anyone you have ever met. And I just want to say, Svetlana, don't be embarrassed. Take it all in, because there is so much love for you, a quarter century of your life. And we're going to miss you terribly. So keep coming back, and you don't have to set up anything or take anything down.
And the best thing is that Svetlana will continue to work for us part-time. You'll still be involved. So it's not really a goodbye. I like those kind of goodbyes that aren't really goodbyes.
Yes.
So we will still see you around.
Mm-hmm, that's right. She's going to be a part-time rabbi here after that speech. So welcome back.
Perfect.
So we are very centered on memory all the time. And especially at the end of our services, our hearts turn to those members of our community, our beloveds who are no longer with us in body, even though they inhabit our hearts and our souls and the spirit of our community. And so we turn now to page 294, and we remember these members of our community: Allison Keel-Friedman, who will be laid to rest, and those members who Shloshim fall the first 30 days: Nancy Levy, Tad Taubey, Jessica Galloway, Yehuda Blum, John Searle, Donnie Milfair, and Sharon McCullough, and those whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of their death, falls on this Shabbat: Flor Albrecht, Frida Aronoff, Harry Aronoff, Myron Esnes, Richard Baruch, Amir Busina, Carrie Berger, Joseph B. Cohen, Barbara Merle Cohen, Cecil Dowdick Cecil, Steve Eisendrath, Sarah Feig, Joan Gleffen, Akhtar Perry Golbahar, Babette Goldsmith, David Baird Goldstein, Adele Hornstein, Emanu-El M. Krause, Rose Lieber, Marvin Levin, Howard Levine, Marvin E. Lewis Sr., Robert Licht, Julie Lopper, Auvi Miller, Sam Z. Myers, Raquel Newman, Tilly Novoshen, Betty Faye Nusanow, Irene Ornstein, Joan Robinson, Louis Rogolovsky, Vega Rosen, Harry Rubenstein, Nisia Nikki Salin, Jonathan Sapp, Irving Segal, Frida Shapiro, Nancy Serkin, Paul Tandler, Jeanette Tenenbaum, Larry Teplin, Esther L. Vorsanger, Edita Weidman, Eileen Weiss, Bernard Wolin, Erling Yang, and Nikki Zarevsky. And if there's anyone else who is observing the art site or has lost a loved one recently, please feel free to say that person's name out loud. We invite all of those who are in mourning to rise first. And the rest of our community to support them. We say these holy words of blessing on page 294. Please join me. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemer haba be'alma divrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael b'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'olam al me'al maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yatadar, v'yatalev, v'yatalal, shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru, amen.
V'imru, 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 amen. V'imru, 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 amen. I invite you to turn to page 360 in your prayer book. This text that we sing tonight is customary to sing during Sukkot, and a lot of you will be familiar with it. It comes from the book of Ecclesiastes, which is a book that we read during Sukkot. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn,
keep you standing for just a couple more moments as we close out our service with Kiddush and Motzi. And so I want to invite our B'nai Mitzvah, our B Mitzvah, Olivia and Joe, back up to the Bima. And I want to call you up while I make some announcements, because these two are going to be called to Torah tomorrow morning for the very first time, symbolizing the first time in their life their obligation and their responsibility to enter into the study of Torah. And so I say that because all of us have an opportunity to enter into the study of Torah with all of the activities that we have going on in our congregation. So if you look on the inside of your pamphlet, I just want to highlight a couple of them. One is that Sukkot, this holiday, will be ending on Tuesday, and on Tuesday morning, Cantor Arik Luck and I will be leading a festival morning service. And then that Friday night, we'll be celebrating Simchat Torah all together, which is the symbolic transfer from the end of the Torah to the beginning of the Torah once again.
And can I say a word?
Sure.
Simchat Torah, we'll start in the Ulam for some Shabbat blessings. We'll go down to Diller Hall, and we will have a klezmer band, and it's going to be really, really fun. We're going to have a big Hakafot Torah, dancing with the Torah party. So come, and we're going to have a great time.
That's a week from tonight.
Yes,
a week from tonight.
That's right, a week from tonight.
And then, speaking of Torah study, we have a class coming up led by our own Rabbi Jonathan Singer on American Jewish history. And we also have a class led by Rabbi Ryan Bauer at Home of Peace Cemetery, which is our cemetery. It's a really gem that we have in this community. And he'll be leading a Torah study on Parshat Chaye Sarah, which is all about cemeteries, and it's going to be
all about legacy, the first burial plot.
Yes, the first burial plot, exactly, Kever Sarah. And so, anyway,
it's going to be deeper than that. It's going to be more interesting than just a burial plot. You should come. It's going to be great.
And so much more. We hope you join us. So now, on page 5, our B Mitzvah students will lead us in the sanctification of our Kiddush wine.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam,
Borei Beria Gafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon imhilanu. Zikaron Maseh Bereshit, Ki hu Yom Tefila Lemikrayei Kodesh, Zecher Letziat Mitzrayim, Ki banu v'charta, v'tanu kidashta, mikol Shabbat Kodshecha Be'ahava u'ratzon Inchaltanu Baruch Adonai Mekadesh Hashem
L'chaim. Take a sip.
And before we do the motzi and we head out to the foyer, when you get out there, you'll see we have a lulav and etrog. Who here has not shaken the lulav? Raise your hand. All of you have shaken the lulav already. Well done. It's a mitzvah. So if your hand is up, make sure you find the lulav and the etrog. Shake the lulav and etrog. We're like in the kind of final few days of moving into Sukkot. So take advantage of that.
Also, please be sure to take your prayer book. When we head out, take your prayer books with you, and you'll drop them off at the cart on the way out.
I'll ask our B Mitzvah students to hold the challah tray as we all join in Hamotzi. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, v'te'alon. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
November 17th, David Broza in concert at Congregation Emanu-El. Find tickets on the website.